Sure, DJ Slim, I make you 1 or 2 revelation about Sarkodie Hennessy Cypher no koye 1 or 2 verses bo ho Sarkodie kan amana trigger ama DJ Slim abe share idea. Na we share DJ Slim kan e ba na e continue. E dey amamo.
Recently, John Bellion. It's trending on social media. You can search it. I mean, I'm not the person to tell you this. Onu Bruni Fitanumpo John Bellion, singer, songwriter, music producer. Charlie Akwana, multi-talented. John Bellion was saying that he signed a deal. Later on, when he sat down to really look at it, he was signed to Live Nation, and at the point, Live Nation owning all the venues. Onu show no akobosho na wie no. Wabosho awie ye. Say venue ne Live Nation there, but o ma charge no. Ono record label no ma charge no for venue no problem. And apart from so ma charge no. Omo beto on drinks wo ho, omo be J stands near there, they will show na se nyina wanya kaprekran film. Of which these are all revenue sources for the artist. Into ono what ono obebo awie no, obebo show na awie ne ticket and the number of tickets that people bought so me and cover for even venue no obebo show na awie he will still run at a loss at the back end. And they will have to go and deduct that money from his streams. And your favorite artist may be doing 100 million, 200 million streams, or even 1 billion streams. But Busan is kind of hard here.
Finally, Hennessy Cypher enya drop omo video no. Na Sarkodie eka 1 or 2 things bi e freestyle na oye ni ma atrega amanfo e den e kasa fa ho yie pa. Na DJ Slim break na share na 1 or 2 ideas bi about Sarkodie rap na oye na obere make 1 or 2 allegation and share point bi a generate bars ama Africa obi e kasa fa ho. Almost 6 rappers now rapo Hennessy Cypher no Sarkodie pe na amanfo discuss the rap na oye no na o make 1 or 2 keys be say currently record labels no achi ni Africans for no bebop o meto ebia ye fan say oye upcoming rapper and I say artist I blue ye fan say ahodo dakojo mshantase enyinem and I say bantuma eba no na say uhiti pe bo say record label bi atweniti ahete wo say ye pese sign no na project wo say wa adwen anda wo ready contract no 111 bo hu say obeko akosign dead like record and I said dead like agreement bi ama later on oho ebetimi achu you pa na obere eka say way back record label bi turn up so me signing contract na already mu no o mu share there bi the publishing the masters ni bibia no ontimi enya at the end of the day no ontimi enya na DJ Slim NRT na me nti how a DJ Slim NRT story no ye ba na ebe continue e dey am
now as a man no ka ho asem o se emre bi atwam no betimi afa phone afre ni nua so pe feature o betimi afa phone afre ni nua na nka pa feature bi ope bia get it done. But say so for phone a friend in for a feature. E was say kosi obi so because no need sa nipa kro na ye boss. Na sa nipa kro na sa ye ko akwa artist ni ho. Before kra nyom baba out no kra ya pay age publishing. Before publishing sem kra be ko ho no wasensan kra ta be de ho but ono as an independent artist. Ono at a certain point in time he was faced with whether to sign a deal or not. So he approached a couple of people or they approached him. Either way there was an approach. And they gave him a tall book, in fact, a big book full of pages. Now, no, a slavery. And kwasumpa na so because onim nenkro bebre a oni almost said dwuma na se asese you know ya loko o ma se keji mu na otwa so kan sempie involved with some of the negative stuff that are associated with signing a bad deal, a bad record deal. Sarkodie has always been on that mission. Waka that's on Waka de be as on independent artist and the publishing the Titi no de man. Nteneba MJ ne Titi no de. MC Titi de odi Kenya na Japa de awie. Minim say we say the MJ buy no bechemu tu no wa ma MJ nso bi dia. Ne publishing de odi kan ka say ne ba ne first born ho na de eko. He's very particular about it. People do hit him up and ask him all sorts of questions. Every time he goes for an interview, people ask him, say, are they on signing for a record deal? backtracking kwache kra kakra. Akon be interview. Aka maybe say on no person sign Sarkodie. You remember back then Sarkodie was affiliated to Convict Music at a certain point. As affiliation be or now Sarkodie trap channel I see. Now as affiliation be or so it's as a result of Boo ye Akon and Boo and yes as of it Boo in link up to Sarkodie and then they built something nice. I not just say deal nke baso. Akon in that same interview said, if Sarkodie had signed to Convict Music, he would have been like the biggest. When we talk about Convict Music, T-Pain for Convict Music, Lady Gaga also signed to Convict Music. I think Akon's biggest amount of money that he had attributed to Lady Gaga's friends is signing to Convict Music. He signed a lot of artists, but undoubtedly these two are the predominant ones. So blew Convict Music to the next level. Fast forward. Sarkodie understanding the game, the growth throughout the game from even Convict time crowd one sign. I know up till now, yen shed antin and numa same reason tia one sign. Yentin and numa semo, but Danko's entertainment na animu na fi ebedane success music just say on one kasani record label denam. People feel if he had signed on to any label, he would have been bigger than what we or how we see him right now. Which could be true, which could be false. Now, I'm breaking it down, man. I'm feeling me see the NTR or cancer asem no Hennessy Cypher nim. Now, show the NTR if you are doing your ratings, you should review it. Review rating be away with Trimubia.
Nti slim and DJ Slim a kind. I'm not DJ Slim a 100%. Yeah, DJ Slim a kind. Sape and over the Hoover a kind. Now, shall continue a say. You're chaining a lot of artists. Sarkodie can say chain a lot of artists with record labels and as a record deals currently almost 5 years now but the A2 Ghana for more now for say okay sign contractor now but try ne king 1-on-1 amount now and I say upfront amount now amount e ma no enye utrimu de na ma ne utrimu da untimi kan contract ni mu yi you untimi kan contract ni mu yi na DJ Slim e ka say even currently ubuku African artists Libya e ho odin you and currently ochirima ibuku e risked for show babayara sa show risked entimi perform tickets no entimi shell out na bra risked airban you try to get into $800k and no cramp on your hand is high private jet man still na show no entimi am perform. Imagine say utia we nyina we na organize like na share promoter no aboka more than $1 million for one show into omontimi buku African artists no and currently record labels no and we control over omo nyina into do beka bia no omo mfa omo nti omo pe omo sika energy although omo project artists no dey by still na no artists no able di we say omo ntimi nya kwan enye futures omo ntimi nya kwan embo shows enti omo say omo shows ana bia sama stage ana say sama ana say big stage and omo bo e wa abrochiri obehwa omaje bam e wo artists no artists no be ye adwuma throughout the year na kakra bi na artists na dey enya I say akwa sign a def contract 360 air contract na me nti how DJ Slim NRT air store ne ba ye be continue e dey am.
See, there's this big problem that is happening to African music, and the moment ye be ye nisi ye will see say hey yeah kwetri. Do you know that as it stands now, due to international record labels and how they are empowering Afrobeat or African music, it has become extremely cheaper to even book Chris Brown for an event than to book any of your favorite Afrobeat artists? Do you know that? Your favorite Afrobeat artist is charging $400,000 plus a private jet for an event. Do you know that? And this was a tweet that was posted by friends Afro Chella, one of the founders of Afro Chella, that is Dizzy, a couple of months back. Or say, your favorite Afrobeat artist, no, or charge $400,000 plus a private jet as means of transportation. Same last year, any Tihana Westkid, Ebebo, Ebezo Beboshu, so no say amount photo ticket, Ebegu ho, senior man to private jet in Zawensi. Sure, na maso. And it was being reported, say, an alleged amount of $800,000 was paid as his performance fee. 200,000 there drew 1 million. Oh. Now already rich, or they say? Drake. But I'm saying that there is something happening to our music. It has been taken over by foreigners. And these foreigners have been able to recruit our very own and creative branches at the Amomo. A typical example is Empire, which we all know is a subset of Epic, which is a subset of Atlantic, which is also a subset of Universal. It's a partner or top one Universal trickle down about to Empire at the rock bottom. I'll be who Empire Africa, I'll be who friends say Nigeria for on Crawford, but then at the end of the day, the money train who followed paper trail na top. And what these people are doing, basically, they are helping, yes, of course, or move blow your artists. That is why Sarkodie said in the song, say, or in the cypher, and say, African music was doing so much well, but yentimim bro, sign deal na ma on lo kwade no. And I say we similar to say the fraud for ne yom scammers ne yom adwuma no. He has discovered something in there that is worth driving the attention of the African continent. And which better platform is he able, and I said, which better platform and avenue than a cypher that he knows comprises of African artists? Me pacho me buso. Krobia and Crawford Hills is here, I say. Every country in Africa and the artists represented here. Which better avenue? Which better avenue? Which better platform? And it's typical of King Sack. I mean, if Sack there, wouldn't say no, me banner swat there, who say mekan. Dear woman may say yabon, and she be a moons may say yabon back on so. But listen, yes, all time could do an Mirka dear, you don't chay. And as all time aboa preku and atopa de you don't change. Anytime King Sack gets a platform that commands attention of people, he would deliver something, or the adibibe to him an article adrenano. Or the bibe to an article adrenano, but badrenano sa prep. General kakra me be home. Now, that thing, we need to have a critical look at it. Is it helping? And I say, later. I say, there's a whole conversation that we need to have here about the impact of record labels in our music ecosystem, which is the subject matter of Sarkodie's Cypher. On the cypher round, he came there to preach a message. And he's telling every single artist, say, your sweat, your blood, sweat, and tears, all these things that you've been going through just to put out a song, just to be seen and make a living out of it. Said, one scammers. They will come in like friends say, wolves in sheep's clothes. No, my so mu say him. Or say a drew baby, you better say, oh, share or revenue from your streams. And they'll do peekaboo. They just say, hey, peekaboo, nima. Peekaboo, me offers, we say, peekaboo. Ha! Who risk now? Recently, John Bellion. It's trending on social media. You can search it. I mean, I'm not the person to tell you this. Or no Bruni Fitanumpo, John Bellion. Singer, songwriter, music producer, multi-talented. John Bellion was saying that he signed a deal. Later on, when he sat down to really look at it, he was signed to Live Nation, and at the point, Live Nation owning all the venues. No show no show no venue no Live Nation there, but on charge no. No record label no charging for venue no problem. And apart from so much charging no, omo better on drinks or omo be stands near the will show na sin na wenya kaprekran film. Of which these are all revenue sources for the artist. Into ono what ono obebo awie no obebo show na awie no take it And the number of tickets that people bought, and to me, and cover for even venue, Bebo show every and he will still run at a loss at the back end. And they will have to go and deduct that money from his streams. And your favorite artist may be doing 100 million, 200 million streams, or even 1 billion streams. But Busan is kind of hard here. It is something worth looking at. So we might have a renaissance of Afrobeat. And we think African music is doing so much. We are actually, we control the whole world right now. Right now, if we Afrobeat, but who is the final person the money sits with? Sarkodie is preaching in that cipher. Watching yadrin or tickle yadrin is mummy and shin you. Mummy and shesadi you. And I understand him because all these years in the music business, what rap words had live and applications Sarkodie so nya untiminye. When the people, when they started on social media, people were saying more room for improvement, more Kensaka, we are disappointed. And I'm like, you came in looking for something else. You watch Umia play when you got online. Umia play because you were looking for something else. That's something else. Yo, is that same Sarkodie who did Angels and Demons? Is that same Sarkodie who did Homicide? That same Sarkodie did your original. Same Sarkodie and what rappers are. Do you think any refi rapper now? The guy doesn't have dementia. And you need to know refi rapper now. They mean to Onyare on you no. Until rap be out so nimbia onimo. But one maho so ba one be competition o hu ni say nkwara bi no mo group na say monna mo betena se mumra kunwa na se mumra opanyina ba muntie nyansa obede sa no fa no calligraph bra muntie nyansa obetuma to nwoma ye horobara unya kapre o tobo fa opepa ne bra ne enko hu lawyer we on na adwene mu do yenko penyansa ladipo bra uswa o wadi say wan hu nwi trase ami kire wade bi o enu no ba ye se wo ba beye wa ma competition.
Sure, inti thing and a DJ Slim and I reti store. Wa break ni nyina down the obede kan na fan foolish be eti agenda what Twitter say Sarkodie punch anye we na ba obede din kan ka say utie ne track take it back na. Or say right now on rap be more or can't no more I don't rap no more. I see things I see. You bab into no not always expect say obede ebeko akon make punchline say on a best on a way ya there be obede apada level no. Ye fan say offer Jay-Z one for make me ebe prove say ono na ye best by Jay-Z no wa pat sa line no on from 2009 wa rap so na ye best and currently I'm for Jinatum into wa pat that line no say on ye best on ye den New York King na the end no wa pat that line no into our cat no ma ebisi about record label on that line na Register Stone cross to a confirm say anka on nya that platform na anka all rap say on a best anka obe educate amanfo say really ena eko nti e hwe na DJ Slim na reti na sam machine no by chemu in the two parts wait ma hwe full video nyina no e street is watching on my YouTube channel street is watching on my YouTube channel on a full video nyina re ewo don't forget to share video we are obe like and turn on notification bell and am I your friend Kwabena Holic we are out.